Hi, Ivan.
Hi.
Hi,
Robin. Hi, Howard.
Morning.
This is Ivan Reitman, the great director, of course, the nation's leading comedy director, who has directed Animal House. I'll go through your resume. Animal House, Meatballs, Stripes, Twins, Ghostbusters.
Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah.
Dave.
Like his combined movies have made over $80 billion or something.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
It gets bigger every time.
Yeah, something like that. But anyway, Ivan is the guy who, read my book and said, I know how to make this into a movie. I know who should direct your movie. I know who should write your movie.
And at the time, you were with some other company?
Yeah, it wasn't going all that well. Let's put it that way. I had rejected a bunch of scripts. And quite frankly, I'd given all those scripts to Ivan just to double check myself. I figured maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. But Ivan said that all the scripts sucked, too.
Well, they didn't capture your beauty.
Yeah. And that's not easy to capture.
It's a very rare beauty.
So let me say that Ivan, not only I feel is the person most responsible for this movie. I really do. I give him full credit.
Well, thank you.
He
well, he put together everything.
He did, and he
knew who should write the movie.
Yep.
Everything.
Yeah, I mean, he really is the sort of guiding force behind this, and a lot of people in Hollywood, quite frankly, didn't believe in me, and I figured there's something wrong with him.
It's
but
over.
No, when you would talk to Ivan in private. Ivan would get a hold of me and say, here is how the movie should be done. And he would literally on the phone to me just go boom, 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 like lay out each scene. And I would say, there is a movie there. And he would inspire me. And I said, I think this can be done. Because I never really believed that my book could be turned into a movie. I did not believe that it could be. Ivan believed in it more than I did. What is it, Gary?
When you talk about Ivan believing in you when nobody else did,
Yeah.
Don't forget, you remember Ivan was on that panel where everyone attacked him for working with you?
Yep.
Rosie O'Donnell
Yep.
and all these people attacked him for working with you. And he stood up for you and said, hey, I think the guy's funny.
Yeah, and the thing is, he's right. I am funny. So anyway.
Now we know.
Yeah.
They don't even attack people who make the movie about Larry Flint. They
No.
attack you.
They attacked Ivan
with you.
and anybody associated with me. But anyway, okay, admittedly, I'm a controversial person, but I think
I think people just lose their minds where you're concerned.
I think my fans know that I'm a funny person, and that Ivan was a fan of the show and said, I believe not only will Howard be a great actor, but I think that he's funny. So I always appreciated him sticking up for me. It gives me credibility when someone like him comes forward. So anyway, said to me on the phone, once he became the producer of this thing, he said, I'm going to go off for 6 months with Lenny, and we'll return with a script and all this kind of thing. And when the script came back, it really was brilliant, and I was excited about it. And
yeah, it was pretty funny because they came in and watched us for a while. Then they said, now we're going to go away.
Yeah, and I was like, uh-oh. But Ivan was like, listen, a script can't be written in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We're going to go off, and in 6 months, I'm going to hand you a script, and it's only going to be 60% really right.
Even then.
Yeah, and he knew exactly what it was, and then when it came down to finding a director who would work with me, and because I was a first-time actor and everything, he picked Betty Thomas, who is perfect. I mean, perfect for this. Who got a great performance out of me. There were times that Betty would just, let me roll and do my thing, which is really brave because, some directors are too damn controlling. Right, Ivan? I mean, some directors would be like all over me and tell me everything to do every minute and wouldn't have the balls to let me ad-lib and do stuff.
Yeah, do it this way, do it this way. I mean, you have to work somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. So anyway, all of a sudden, this weekend comes the big test. After all these years of work, we go to San Jose and Seattle. The reason we go to Seattle is because Seattle is a market that doesn't get the radio show.
Or the E-show.
Or the
right?
E-show. It's like virgin territory. They kind of know me from Letterman and Leno and what they've read in the paper that I'm a foul-mouthed jerk-off. But, and there was a 50% recognition level, by the way. They knew who I was. We go to Seattle to test this movie. And lo and behold, we had a lot of problems in Seattle. One of the problems was the film physically burned up. It actually melted in the first minute of the movie.
Did you think that was an omen at that point?
Ivan had to cradle me and rock me. He says, look, things like this can happen.
I never saw anyone so terrified.
Oh, I was terrified. That's putting it mildly. And then the audience is sitting there cold for 20 minutes. They have to go edit the film now and splice out the beginning of the film. They edit the film
and
backwards.
You're going to lose some of it.
The film comes back up and it's backwards. All the titles and everything are backwards, so they have to stop it. It was just like a fiasco. With that, the movie tested through the roof with these people who didn't even know who I was.
And there was part of it missing.
Yeah. So wait a second. We go to San Jose. 600 people. All right, that night. And now I'm like, oh, God, I hope the film doesn't burn up. I'm like, I just think a mess. And the fact that and Sherry Lansing was in front of and she's telling me these are the highest test scores ever for a movie in Paramount. I'm going, you're kidding me. I go, I can't enjoy it because the movie burned up. I can't even believe it.
You're still miserable.
Yeah, I couldn't even believe it. We go to San Jose. After Ivan said to me before the movie, Ivan, am I accurate? You said they would break into applause 30 times?
Yes.
And they did.
Why did you say that?
I just had a feeling about the movie. I've been telling Howard, for the last year and a half, I don't know. I think this is going to be like Animal House. I remember the first screening I went to that, where we didn't know what was going to happen, but the very first screening, they just started applauding, and I couldn't believe that it happened so often.
Wow.
And, no one knew anybody in that picture. And I just had a sense about how this film was constructed and how funny it was. And we had screened it once at Paramount, to about 100 people. And that went extremely well, and they applauded a ton of times. So I thought, well, when we get into a real theater, when people have popcorn in their laps and stuff, and they're just relaxed, they're really to go nuts. And of course, when we got to Seattle, which was the first screening, the first half hour was like a disaster because
The film broke.
Literally broke 10 seconds into the movie.
Oh.
And then when we got the test scores back and they were so high, I couldn't even enjoy it because I was so upset.
Yeah.
So
But the audience still had a great reaction.
unbelievable. But wait a second. So we get to San Jose, right?
Yeah.
We're there. We screen this movie and everything, and they break into applause. We get like a standing ovation at the end of this movie, and I'm like, can't believe it. I mean, like, this is like the culmination of my dreams because I only wanted to make a movie that people laughed, and had a great time.
Right.
So me, Ivan, Betty, the director, Lenny, the screenwriter, a bunch of folks from Paramount and everything. We're in a little room, and you wait for test results. I had no idea any of this. I mean, Ivan's been through this 100 times, so he knows what to expect.
Right.
I'm sitting there going, man, I'm getting tested, and you know how I don't like to be tested.
Right.
It's,
You hate evaluations or tests.
yeah, I mean, I didn't exactly have a stellar academic career, and tests were not my strong suit. But here's a test for the movie, and people are filling out cards and stuff, and you're like, whoa, what's this going to be? Tested as high as Forrest Gump and
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. And all the movies Ivan has made, even like Twins and Ghostbusters, we tested higher than any of his previous movies.
Wow.
Yeah, I've never seen numbers like this. I mean, between the sort of excellent numbers, which are...
Now, what is the correlation?
Yeah, let Ivan explain it.
Wait a minute. What is the correlation between these test scores and box office success, Ivan?
Not necessarily so.
That's what I see.
Yeah. Well, no, they're not.
It tells you if you go into the movie theater, you're going to have an amazing time.
Uh-huh.
I mean, between the sort of recommend levels and the excellent and all the adjectives that people used in the cards, shows you that they just loved the movie, thought it was very, very funny and entertaining. Actually, most of them said the funniest movie we've ever seen. I mean,
Wow.
they literally wrote that on their own on a ton of these cards.
Uh-huh.
That gives you a very good sense that they love the picture. It doesn't mean that they're going to show up at the movie theater
Right.
this week. That's
I mean, because, but you know what it means, though. When people start seeing it, word of mouth will get
They'll
around.
talk about it and tell other people to go see it.
Because
my history in these things is that if you get a movie that's this funny, people find out about it very quickly.
Yeah, because it's weird, because I'm the one going around mostly saying how funny it is, and people go, well, yeah, like
Of
Sylvester
course.
Stallone goes around saying all his movies are
He
great.
said,
And funny.
stop
Right.
my mind, mom will shoot.
Yeah, right. So it's weird for me to say it, but then when you see an audience, and then the guy from Paramount goes, this is the highest scores we've ever had.
Yeah.
And Ivan says these are the highest scores he's ever had, and he's made some pretty damn good comedies. And yeah, there's no guarantee. I mean, that's the marketing thing. Like I don't know that people who have that bias against me, who think I'm just like a vagina joke guy or something, I don't know if they'll go to the movie theater, but hopefully they'll hear it's good and they'll like it.
I mean, one of the things that I could see during the film, and it was borne out in the cards, was that, a lot of people going in were concerned that, this was going to be sort of a cheap, kind of silly movie with a lot of sort of dumb jokes. And they were so relieved to see that there was like a great story, that they could believe in stuff, and they get very emotionally involved. I mean, literally, there's one sequence where they applaud every 10 seconds.
Yes.
Like somebody says a line, the audience applauds. Somebody else says a line, and all of you are involved. And I've never seen that for any scene in any film.
What's weird is that like during the screening, I was sitting next to Ivan, we started hugging each other. I mean, it was like a makeout
At
scene.
what point do you start hugging?
Well, you know what it was? Like, we were about a first half hour into the movie, and people are just like, I don't know. I've never seen people in a movie theater start applauding. They're applauding, and we're like shaking each other's hands, congratulating each other, and then like Ivan would lean over and say, I told you that was a laugh, and I go, I didn't know that was a laugh, and everybody just ecstatic.
At one point, Howard is sort of complaining, I think we should do this. I think he's telling me what's wrong with the movie while we're watching it.
Oh, stop it.
About a half hour into it, I say, Howard, I think you ought to sit back and enjoy this, because it doesn't happen very often.
Right.
Yeah.
Notice what's happening in the audience.
Well, when we got the test results, Betty started hugging me, and she goes, wait a second, we got to really enjoy this moment. She says, I don't think the rest of my career I'll ever test this high. And I said,
I told everyone to frame the cards because they're extraordinary.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I want to frame, I'm framing the test results. I actually have a copy of them.
Forget an Oscar, you got the test results.
It was like an amazing night for me, I know. And I mean, Ivan's been through this before, but it was pretty amazing, right?
Yeah, and by the way, all of you got extraordinary results when they sort of rated your performances.
Both in Seattle and
Yeah.
San
In
Jose?
both places.
Yeah.
Like normal scores, because they have a thing called the norm, which is what if you average out films, all sort of A-rated films, they sort of test that at 35%, which means like an actor's performance. So 35% of the audience would sort of vote that this actor's performance was excellent. Not just good, but I mean excellent. It's sort of a top rating. So like Robin, you got a 65% in both Seattle and San Jose.
Yeah, you tested really high.
That's an extraordinarily high. That's what a top movie star.
I'm De Niro.
Easy. You shouldn't have said anything. Fred tested real high,
Yeah,
too.
Fred, the audience went nuts for you.
They did.
Yeah, we're adding 2 extra shots of you, actually.
Oh,
Yeah, Fred. Yeah,
getting more airtime,
well, Fred gets laughs.
screen time.
You don't want to take out anybody who gets laughs.
That's right. You know, Fred tested a little bit higher in San Jose than Seattle, but he sort of averaged at 62% in the two
Wow.
cities.
Yeah, he was up. He was way up.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Ivan's afraid of Fred, so he don't want.
Well, he voted high for him.
even Ivan filled out a card and voted for Fred. It's really weird because you see these cards and you're like, what do you think of Robin as an actress? What do you think of Fred as an actor? What do you think of Howard as an actor? You know, it's like really weird.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and like.
You know, Howard got a score in the 70s in both cities. I think 70 in one and 73 in the other.
That's nothing.
Eclipsing me?
Nothing.
73% of the audience. His performance was excellent. They were rating him as an actor against all other actors that they've watched in movies.
Yeah, well, Ivan, it's no big deal. De Niro got a 28 on his last one. But hey, what's the difference? You know, I'm not going to sit here and brag. He studied. That's the best thing about this, Ivan. All those guys who studied, they never get 73s. But it was really weird. We didn't have, in San Jose, we didn't have one fair or poor. You know, when people, they rate the movie excellent, very good, fair or poor. We didn't have one fair or poor.
Wow.
Everything was in the 2 top boxes, excellent and very good. That's how you get those high scores.
Yeah.
We were in the 90s. We were in the 90s.
Yeah, and the results were very similar between the audience who didn't know very much about your show or Howard, and really an audience, I guess, San Jose, your show's #1, I understand.
Yeah. The headline, looks like king of the movies, too. All those detractors who dismissed Howard Stern as a foul-mouthed shock jock will be eating their words when the king of all media conquers his final hurdle, Hollywood. We're sick of the same crap coming out of Hollywood. You understand that.
Yeah, it's time for something new. Definitely. I'm getting tired of going to the movies. I never thought that would happen to me.
God bless you, Ivan.
Well, all right. God bless you.
Your balls are as big as Rush Limbaugh's head.
Oh!
Really? You're working out?
Exercises.
What are you working out? Something could happen. You could have a heart attack. Don't work out. I need you alive. Hey, I don't know how to thank you, man. I mean, really, I truly respect you, and I want to thank you for making this all happen.
Well, I want to thank you, and it's really been a great time. It's been a lot of fun. I've learned a lot, and
I'm Fagola for you.
Oh!
I just hope everybody else, will discover it as well.
Yeah, me too. Well, I'll go out there and promote this thing. I was talking to guys in Oklahoma yesterday, reporters and stuff. Right?
Obviously, he's working hard to promote.
Yeah, I'm working this thing. I want people to
working.
I'm working, man. All right, Ivan, thanks.
Thanks. Nice talking to you.
All right,
Bye-bye.
Bye.
It's a great director, producer, Ivan Reitman, who knows more than anyone because he was smart enough to put this movie together.
Well, this was a tough thing to make into a movie.
It sure was.
Nobody else could see it.
No. I wrote the goddamn book and I couldn't see it.
And I'm looking at the paper this weekend. You know what was #1 at the box office?
Yeah,
That
something.
Hollywood Ninja.
Yeah, well, I mean, Jesus.
Farley.
We should have come out this weekend.
Yeah, that's what people think a comedy is.
Hollywood Ninja. And that'll drop off.
Yeah, it didn't even make that much, but
Yeah.
it was, it was a weekend, and so that's what everybody went to see. So obviously the audience out there wants comedies.
Yep. You guys can yell stuff out for a few minutes. Get it out of your system.
Did you fly some fans in from New York?
No, these are L.A. fans.
These are LA people. You're
Los Angelinos never act this way. Never.
Now,
Kiss, they're yelling. Kiss, kiss, kiss.
Janine, you attracted?
So easy.
Janine, are you attracted to Lisa Canning from Entertainment Tonight?
I'm attracted to all, beautiful women, and she's obviously gorgeous.
Lisa, have you ever made love to another woman?
No.
You have not. You never considered it? You've never been approached?
No.
You have not.
No.
What do you mean, no? You're so wrong. Relax. Relax and chill out.
Relax. Okay.
All right.
How many magazine covers are you on? You're on what? Penthouse?
Yeah.
Oh no, wrong. Okay, TV Guide.
No, I'm on the cover. I'm on the cover of TV Guide, Penthouse, Entertainment Weekly, Rolling Stone, and there's been several articles in different newspapers. But as I said, I'm so proud of the film that I felt it was important. I don't do magazines a lot. The only time I do it is if I have something important to promote. So I thought that it would be a wise idea to get out there and promote this movie as much as possible.
Well, these covers are usually reserved for movie stars, television stars.
Right.
You're being treated like A-list, big time.
Am I?
Super, absolutely. Nobody gets on Rolling Stone and TV Guide.
Well, you don't think I'm A-list? You don't think I deserve
Oh, you
it?
are. Absolutely.
Yeah, what is she trying to say?
I'm not. I'm saying that
What do you think I am, an adult film star?
I'm saying that you have arrived. Do you
Yes.
feel that way?
No, I never feel like I got to tell you the truth. I never feel like I arrived because I just look at my fans and I know that I've not arrived. No, I don't have a feeling like I did anything great or that I'm in. To me, A-list means you get to go over to Sylvester Stallone's house and have dinner, isn't it? Isn't that true, Robin?
Well, yeah, you have to be hanging out with the stars, I suppose, when
Yeah.
you finally get accepted.
Yeah, I don't feel like I've been accepted into any club. The only thing that
Demi and Bruce haven't called.
Yeah, I haven't heard from Demi and Bruce, you know, so I don't really feel like my life has changed. I will go back to my hotel room tonight, dream of Janine and Robin, and never have sex with anybody. And nothing different will happen to me. It's rather depressing, to be honest with you.
Well, this is your first time in Los Angeles since the movie is about to come out. People are not treating you differently here in LA?
Well, actually, I had a wild scene when I got off the plane. I got mobbed.
Yeah, it was really incredible at the
Yeah.
airport. And the woman who was helping us out said that she had never seen anything like that before. And she'd had big stars. She's had Michael Jordan and Alec Baldwin, and nobody caused the kind of commotion Howard
It's
did.
very hard to get people in Los Angeles to react.
Yeah.
But they did yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're reacting all right to the new face of Hollywood. No, I'm just really, to tell you the truth, Lisa, I'm just really excited about the, I'm here, I'm doing the Tonight Show tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And what's kind of exciting is I can't believe after 4 years, actually tonight, the movie in a lot of markets is opening at 10 o'clock at night. All the markets that I'm on the radio will be opening at 10 o'clock at night. And tomorrow it opens across the country to 2,500 theaters. And I don't know if 2 people will show up or 20 million people show up, whatever that number is. I'm just proud of the film. I'm excited that the film's coming out. I think we've got a real comedy hit on our hands. It's making people laugh. As Janine said earlier, her mother went to it and just was, feeling romantic, I mean, in fact, that whole family feels romantic. But no, it's a good romantic comedy, and it's gotten great reviews. I don't know if you've seen the reviews.
Oh, absolutely.
been
Not a
phenomenal.
bad word. How is that for you? From people who usually criticize you.
That's how you know it's a good film, because you can be sure everyone wanted to find something wrong with the film.
Yes.
And if there isn't a bad word, that means people really genuinely like it, and I'm
In
thrilled.
spite of themselves, yeah.
No, they really, and they've been very kind to me in the reviews, and I'm just psyched. I'm telling you, I'm just so proud of this film.
Your reaction the very first time you saw the movie. Did you cry? Did you...
Well, the first time I saw it, it was, I didn't know what to expect, to see it up on a big screen. And the first time that I really saw the movie in some sort of completed version was when we went to those test screenings there in San Jose and Seattle. Not only was I seeing my movie, but it was being evaluated by an audience that fills out.
Hey now.
Black woman who falls in love with a rather horny, ugly white man. It's a story of interracial love, and I'm wondering if you would consider the part. Of course, there'll be an audition in about 5 minutes.
What's involved in the audition?
Oh, you'll see.
What would you like to do next? Ideally, what movie would you like to see yourself in?
The Scarecrow, Batman. No,
Really?
no, not at all. I have no desire to do that. If I got to make another film, I would put the same amount of thought into it. I put a tremendous amount of thought into this film. This film is everything I wanted. It sets the right tone. And I would only do another film if I could get the same kind of script. But I would like to play a character next. And I used to constantly say to Betty on the set, while we were shooting, I'd say to her, do you think I could play a character in a movie? And she'd say, well, I don't know. We got to wait and see. So every day I'd ask her the same question. The last day of shooting, she comes up to me and says, I'm doing my next movie with Eddie Murphy. I want you to be in it. So that meant to me that maybe I was a good actor. And then Ivan Reitman sat me down about 3 weeks later in his office, and he handed me a script to play a character. So if I get a chance to do another film, I would like to play a character in a movie.
Now, how did the Batman thing happen?
Now, that's a good question. In fact, I saw Liz Smith's column the other day, and she's telling me, like, I planted the story or something. That couldn't... We got calls from every newspaper saying that there's some sort of short list, okay, that they're thinking about making the next Batman, and it'll be Scarecrow, and would I play the part? And my agent said in the newspaper, the list must be so short because we haven't even seen a list, and we haven't been contacted by anybody at Warner Bros. I've never been contacted by anyone about playing the Scarecrow. So if there's some list, we're unaware of it. And I've said on the air that I think that the Batman movies have gotten more comic bookish, and they've actually gotten sort of light, and there's too many damn characters. If I was going to play the Scarecrow, they would have to make an awfully dark film. I mean, Scarecrow would have to be just a really horrible villain, and we'd have to go delve into his past. It would have to be pretty heavy if I was going to play that role. Yeah. Right, Robin?
If you say so. All of a sudden, he's writing all the movies in Hollywood, too.
Yeah, I have to have full script approval. I'm very difficult. But I don't know what I want to do next, although whatever I do next involves Janine.
I was very surprised with your acting.
Thank you.
How natural you are.
Thank
I
you.
believed you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and you too, Robin.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Can you compliment me again now, Robin?
See?
You don't mind?
See what I'm talking about?
Yeah, really. It's really disturbing when you go to Robin. I wonder how you like Janine in the film during the lesbian scene.
It was nice.
Ah. Can't admit you like that. You were not turned on during that at all? I cannot believe it.
No comment.
No comment. All right. Janine Lindemuller, thank you for being in the film, and you're terrific. And Lisa Canning from Entertainment Tonight. Jim Belushi's going to stop by next. We're here. How many? 12 hours and 10 minutes till box office history. The movie is opening up early in a lot of the markets that were on the radio. In fact, all the markets were on the radio. So you can see it at 10 o'clock tonight. So that's pretty exciting for us. We'll be back right after these words, live from Los Angeles, the Billboard.
We'll return to the Howard Stern Show in Los Angeles from the Billboard Live Club. To the Howard Stern Show.
Does Melrose Larry have a twin?
No, he just moves around.
Those two guys look alike. Wow. Oh, my God. I just was like...
Oh, that poor guy does not want to be thought of
his heart. Look at him.
as looking like Melrose.
My God. I thought it was Melrose. I said, which one is Melrose?
Oh, no.
Shlomo, sorry, sir. What can you do?
94 YSP, the rock station.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new enemy.
Check this action out.
Countdown. Countdown. We refuse to be responsible. One day.
I hear you.
Until the dawning of the new Hollywood.
So turn your volume up.
It's the Howard Stern Show from the Billboard Live Club in Los Angeles. Once again, the new Mr. Hollywood, the star of Private Parts, Howard Stern.
Perry Farrell, Porn Up the Pyros, #1 album in the country right now, Robin. Private Parts soundtrack. Check it out. And we are 12 hours away from the movie opening up in most of our radio markets, and tomorrow we'll open up around the country.
I can't believe we're finally getting down to the last hour.
I'm so excited.
Not even a day left.
Yeah.
12 hours.
This is too exciting for us. We're in Los Angeles. I'm here to do the Tonight Show tomorrow night with Jay Leno. Larry King called me. He wants me to come on.
I knew it.
Yeah.
You got to do it.
I will do it.
You got to do
I'll do it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I'll do it. Yeah, why not?
And everybody can call in and go, Bubba Booey.
Yeah, they can like goof and stuff.
And
then,
Larry won't get upset this time.
Yeah. That's going to be cool. Ted Koppel, too. Thinking of doing that one.
All right.
Yeah, I would like to do his show.
Nightline.
Yeah, Nightline.
Well, that's the #1 nighttime show, you know.
I know it is. That's the funny thing. You know what I'll do? I don't know. What are you doing tonight? Are you actually going to the movies tonight to watch?
I'm going to try, yeah. I guess I'll go before we come and do this again.
Yeah, maybe if I wake up early, like I'll go to bed early, wake up, and then go out to the movies. But I know Friday night I'm definitely going. I'm going to some theaters in Los Angeles. I got to pick a theater. What's the cool theater?
The Man.
The Man?
The Man's Chinese Theater.
What?
The Chinese.
Screw the Chinese.
Oh.
No.
Well, screw the Chinese.
Hey, what'd they ever do for me? Remember, though, if, like, press comes out and wants to interview you when you're at the movies and stuff and ask you stuff, just say you're either a doctor, a lawyer, an accountant, a veterinarian.
Yeah, you're responsible.
Yeah, college professor.
You own a home.
You're like, hey, what do you do for a living? Seriously.
I'm an attorney.
Right. There you go.
Right.
Who are you, sir?
I'm a lawyer, too.
Yeah.
Lawyer, too. All right. What are you, ma'am?
No, you're a doctor.
What are you again?
Marketing and advertising
No,
for
you're a doctor.
You're a doctor.
You're a doctor.
Okay, so I'll be a doctor.
Have you seen the movie, actually?
No, not yet. I wasn't.
I see. You can say you're a company CEO, a senator. Why don't you say you're a senator or a mayor?
I can say I'm a CEO.
So you're the mayor of Los
in an
Angeles.
accounting
Mayor
firm.
of Los Angeles.
Right. Rocket scientist is a good answer. High-powered executive. Let's practice again. Hey, what do you do? You do with the long hair. What do you do?
Brain surgeon.
What?
Brain surgeon.
Brain.
Good.
Right. That's a good answer. What do you do? What do you do there? What do you do for a living right there?
I'm a radio intern.
No.
Oh.
What are you again?
I'm a brain surgeon.
Right.
No, you're not.
You're really
I'm a financial
you're really
analyst.
stupid.
You're a financial analyst? What do you really do? Seriously.
Commercial artist.
No. You're a financial analyst. You see, you got...
See, you people aren't getting
sorry,
it.
King of all
Stick
media.
to your
Analyst.
stories.
See, the media will trick you like that. They will trick you like that.
Commit.
Commit. What do you do, ma'am? What, this blonde woman right here.
I'm an actress.
No. What do you do again? What do you do for a living?
I act.
No, listen to me. Act smart. What do you do for a living? You're a gynecologist.
I'm a blonde.
All right. So you see we're in trouble.
Boy. Well, you people stay home tonight.
So you're the president of E! Entertainment, Fran Shea.
I'm a rocket scientist.
There you go. That's it.
Somebody's gonna buy that.
Yeah, believable. Well, try to pick an occupation that someone will believe. Yes, what do you do, ma'am?
Howard, I'm a attorney for the LA District Attorney's Office.
Excellent.
All right. Yeah.
What do you really do? Seriously.
What's that?
What do you really do?
I'm really a, oh yeah.
But no, really,
Sorry.
what are you? No, seriously, really, what are you?
What's that?
What are you really in real life?
I work for a company that distributes workout equipment.
And what are you really? See, you blew it.
They're not getting it.
They're not getting it.
Actually, Howard, I am a doctor.
Right. Actually, she's a Slurpee machine operator. All right, look, I got to... yes, and you are dressed like a woman, and what do you do?
I'm the Pope.
You are the Pope.
Yes.
That's good. That's a good answer. There you go. Now you passed the
Pope
test.
had to come in disguise.
You're Pope Peel. All right, let's say hi to Jim Belushi, who's here. Jim Belushi, stopping by to say hi. There he is. He's smoking a cigar.
Big stogie in his
He's one of
mouth.
those cigar-loving guys. Hey, man, don't look and see it.
What are you, just back from Cuba?
Did you go over and hang with Castro and do that whole trip? A lot of the big stars are smoking cigars. Are you in on that?
Yeah, I'm in on it.
Yeah, I'm in on it. Hey, what was it like when you were at the Super Bowl and you had to come out as the Blues Brothers?
Oh, man, we had a blast. at the
Really?
Super Bowl.
I thought that maybe you were like self-conscious or something doing that.
Not at all.
Really?
We had a blast. Well, I mean, it was, there was a lot of moves we had to do, a lot of people, but,
John Goodman didn't even get on camera.
yeah, I guess not.
Just you and Dan Aykroyd. That was
Well,
it.
Johnny was there. I mean, I watched the tape a couple times.
Did
John
you?
was there, yeah.
It was a tough one, though, because I felt bad for Johnny. Kind of like kept pushing him off.
It didn't seem that they knew exactly what was going to happen.
Well,
Yeah.
the director didn't cut it that well, I don't think.
And what happened to ZZ Top's beard? They seem to be losing beard hair. I didn't know you could go bald on your beard. Can you?
I wasn't paying attention.
Really? Right.
We had a lot to do, so but it was fun. We had a great time.
Yeah.
New Orleans is a great town.
Now, I noticed you're smoking cigars. Seriously, that is a big deal now in Hollywood. Am I correct?
Well, I've been smoking for about 10 years.
Right, you're not one of these trendy
Aren't you
guys.
supposed to take the band off before you start smoking?
Well, not this band, because this is my cigar. It's a Lone Wolf cigar, you see. So I'll leave this
see.
one.
And you like people to know that
I
it's
like
a
people
Lone
to
Wolf.
know this is a Lone Wolf cigar.
In a way, though, it's kind of like a penis, isn't it? In a way.
It's a lot like a penis. You would know, right?
Yeah, of course I would. Oh, come on, now don't get tough on me, huh? What's the matter with you, pal?
That's a lot like it's not like a big penis. Yeah.
Right, it's just a stogie. And the thing is that, how many of those will you smoke a day?
5.
Seriously?
Really?
Yeah, I smoke a lot.
You go through 5? You're not
Yeah, I
worried,
go through a lot.
Not worried about lip cancer or anything like that?
Not yet.
You don't care?
I don't think about it.
You're living life on the edge, aren't
I'm
you?
on the edge right here. With a
Absolutely.
cigar on
That's right.
Sunset Strip right here.
And what can be better than a cigar and what? Like a cognac or something like that?
Just a port, a little glass of port, maybe.
And does it ever concern you that, I know that you date a lot, you have a lot of women in your life.
Tons.
Yeah, you do. He really does. And the thing is that, do you ever feel like the cigar is a way of like pushing women away because they don't usually like the smell? And
Well, you'd be surprised at how many women like cigars.
They do.
Yeah, it's very fashionable cigars right now.
And have you ever smoked a cigar with, let's say, Alec Baldwin or Arnold Schwarzenegger, where you had to sit around in a smoking room and
And
smoke?
the three of you made smoke together.
Well, with Arnold quite a bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, I did a movie, Red Heat, with Arnold a long
Right.
time ago, and he would smoke cigars in the car the whole time.
And you would sit there with him and smoke cigars?
No, at that point, it was 10 years ago, that's actually when I started smoking.
And it's unusual. Most people start smoking when they're young. You waited till you got older to start smoking.
Well, I was smoking cigarettes, and then I quit smoking cigarettes. I'm kind of a nicotine junkie. Is
Right,
what I
right. You're a very oral kind of guy.
Oh,
right?
very oral.
Right. And isn't it true, a cigar, I mean, has an unusual... well, come on. No, I'm sorry, Rob. This guy talked.
I can't believe
What do you think?
this.
What do you think is worse?
Hold it. What is that?
I'm sorry, I forgot there was a woman present. I was thinking he was one of the guys. What do you think is worse?
Well, I kind of like them together.
Really?
Yeah,
And you smoke?
Equalize.
Smoke,
Right.
take a little breaks. You know.
Is that why you really got addicted to cigars? Is that it?
Here's was trying to burn out his olfactory senses.
Now, were you one of the famous celebrities who was invited by Fidel Castro to smoke cigars with him?
Yes.
You were?
Yes.
Oh.
And I noticed that you turned it down. The only celebrity I saw that went was Peter Weller.
The guy who played
Oh, yeah, he's a
RoboCop.
smoker. He's a great
He's a big cigar
Yeah, he's a
smoker.
big cigar guy.
Are you saying he went there because he has so much free time since doing RoboCop that he has the time to go be with Fidel Castro?
Well, I tried to change my schedule to go, but I couldn't get out of it.
No, politically it would not be good for you to go over and hang with Fidel Castro, who has enslaved people, right? I mean, don't you think that there was that decision as well?
Well, I was thinking about the cigars myself. There's some great
You didn't even
cigars.
care about the politics.
No, I wasn't
Right.
thinking about the politics.
Now,
So you would have gone.
Yeah, I would have gone.
Wow.
well, it is an honor for the president of any country to invite a working actor over to his home. Isn't that true?
I've been trying to go to Cuba for a while, and I just haven't had the time to go.
Are you aware that the president of Poland invited me to light farts with him at his house? Did you know that?
I was there 2 years ago doing that.
Were you really?
Yeah, I was really. They take good care of you.
It's very true. You know. So
They used the butane lighter, you know.
Yeah.
They don't do that match thing anymore.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
So, Jim, wait a second. So,
Wait a second. I got to tell you something. I was over at Paramount the other day.
Good.
All right.
That's what we're here for. Go ahead. Yeah, thank you.
Get on the
How's that
subject
for a
of
subject? You know what? I'll be quiet. Go ahead. Yeah.
I was at Paramount the other day doing this presentation in the Paramount Theater, and I walked up into the production. I mean, not the production.
Why would you be at the? In other words, a presentation of some sort?
There was a presentation for a car that I was doing.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm up in the projection booth, and there's this guy named Ron, kind of an older gentleman, and we were waiting, and I started talking to him, and I said, "Have you seen Howard's movie?" And he goes, "Well, you know, I'm not a big fan of Howard's." And I said, "But did you see the movie here? I mean, this guy's seen every movie before anybody sees it."
Right.
And I said, "Well, what did you think of it?" And he goes, "It was great."
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan of his, but you know what? He gets it over on his boss, and who doesn't like that?
Right.
Now this guy is the critic because he's seen everything and he loved it, Howard.
Yeah, I got to tell you something. I am really so psyched that we've made a good picture, and that's.
But I mean,
no, because some of the reporters.
demographics of this guy is like he's not your audience.
See,
And
but
he
I know.
loved it.
See, I know that older guys and even like older women and stuff like the film because I've seen them in test audiences, and they all go like, "Hey, I didn't like Howard Stern, but I love the movie." But the marketing problem is, and that's why I am doing so many interviews and carrying on like such a maniac. You're an owner of that, right?
Yeah, me and Danny Aykroyd, Goodman's part of that.
Wow. So, and that's very successful, isn't it?
Oh, it's a hit.
Thank the great Jim Belushi, everybody.
Thank you.
Hey, let me bring up. Hey, you want to meet John Wayne Bobbitt, the guy who had his penis cut off?
I met him a long
All right,
time
you're getting
ago.
out of here. All right.
He's ready to go now, folks.
I met him one time at the House of Blues. I don't know who the hell he was.
Yeah, well, he's got his penis cut off.
And he came up to me and he goes, "How's it hanging?"
Oh,
Did he
no.
really?
Oh,
Like he had a joke ready,
I said,
huh?
"No," but I didn't even know it was him, man.
Well, you know what? He can cut your cigar in half and reattach it.
He's all yours.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, Jim.
From Jim to John Wayne. Unbelievable. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks. That's Jim Belushi. There's John Wayne Bobbitt and Jim meeting each other. John Wayne, how's your penis?
Interview over.
Yeah. There's not a lot to interview him about anymore. What is this? Your penis got cut in half, right? It's been reattached. And now I understand you are a
What is he
priest.
now?
Did you become a priest or a
He
preacher?
became a minister.
A minister. What is that all about?
What is this?
What do you mean, what is this?
That's a question, John.
I'm trying to interview you, that's all.
Well,
John Wayne.
you know, I go to church, and you know, Jack Warren's my
Yeah.
manager. So he said, "Well,
What are you doing to make money now?
why don't you marry people?" So I said, "Well,
Okay.
Well, you
He had
tried
me,
that, and that didn't work out. You
ordained
married
as a
Lorena.
minister.
Yeah, right.
Is she here?"
No.
I thought maybe after the phone
haven't seen-
segment you would have her. and
You haven't
I'd be
seen Lorena.
ambushed.
You haven't seen Lorena, have you?
No. Last thing I said, I want to get divorced.
John, tell the truth now.
I want to get divorced. And
Jackie,
Jack's
well,
back.
here's Jack.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, Howard.
Did he see Lorena?
He went to see Lorena with some flowers.
Right. And he got arrested.
That's old news.
Lorena, I understand, ran out the back door.
Right. So he has his marital problems, and you, of course, have your marital
Why is it that all the people who have problems with their families have Jack as a manager?
It is amazing. Jack is LaToya's ex-husband, and he has problems, and all of his clients have problems with families. I'm being serious.
Yeah.
You went for penis augmentation, and you had it lengthened,
Right.
and I remember you said you were having some problems with it,
I know, it's been through the ringer, but it's fine now.
and it's working.
Yeah.
And
It's
what
fine.
about the lumpy quality because you had fat injected into it? Did they remove the fat?
Tell about the
No.
What is it, Jack? I can't get a straight answer.
No, it's
Have you
fine.
seen his penis?
Well, what happened is the dog got a hold of the first one, and they had a bad time getting a hold of the dog.
No,
And
Jack, I'm being serious. What does the penis look like now?
Look
Is it?
at
After the
Jack's...
augmentation he's talking about.
Look at Jack's jewelry.
Yes, I'm dazzled here.
Yeah.
You got to see Howard. You got to see right on his sleeve. He's got monogrammed shirts, the whole deal.
Yeah.
You know
But
what,
John
Alan,
Wayne, you know that some people will probably be skeptical about this ministry thing because you had your penis cut off, then you had penis enlargement, and then you became a minister.
But you did porn
And then
film.
he's got
And
the
then you
ankle
porn
bracelet.
Well, I got to take a short break. When we come back, let's take a couple of phone calls and talk to a couple of people here in the crowd, and we can.
And we have to wrap up soon, Howard.
We have to wrap
you
up.
Have to
You
be
have to
somewhere.
go.
I have to be somewhere. So, Robin, quick break, and we'll come right back and wrap everything up.
right.
Thanks, John Wayne Bobbitt.
Thanks, Howard.
From Los Angeles, it's the Howard Stern Show. Don't go away.
More interesting story. I think critics are being very honest, though, and they're saying they had a really good time in the movie. They're laughing hard. I mean, I thought the Entertainment Weekly article by Owen Gleibman was fantastic. When a guy says that pig vomit reminds him of Frank Burns from MASH, and the movie reminds him of MASH, and it's that kind of comedy, that's pretty heady stuff. Those are great compliments. And Peter Travers was unbelievable about the film, and Siskel and Ebert, and so on down the line. People Magazine, Us Magazine. I've read all the reviews, and Variety had a great review, Hollywood Reporter. What can I say? I'm really thrilled.
So give me a scoop and tell me what your next movie is.
I wouldn't even think about a next movie. I don't think I'll get to make a movie unless this one is successful. If this movie is successful, I'd get to...
Well, you keep saying is successful. I mean, don't you get a feeling that it's going to be great
No,
reviews,
absolutely
good
not.
buzz, look at the people, look at the fans. I mean, why would you say that?
Because you never know. I mean, you don't, yeah, I think fans will go see the movie, but in order for a movie to be successful, word has to get... I know there's a great word of mouth on the film, and people are hearing that it's great. But there are those people out there who will say, I'm not going to go see a Howard Stern film because it's just going to be him running around nude or something, and... Yeah, but the point is that I hope they get the word and they hear that it's a really funny film and they go to see it. Will they get that word and will they go to see it? I don't know yet. Nothing is 100% sure, right? Would you agree with that, Robin?
Yeah, you have to wait and see.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we've gotten a lot of congratulations on making a good movie, but it doesn't mean that everyone will be at the theater today.
Okay, so what's going to happen with E? Are you getting too successful now?
What, for E?
That's right, we have to go off this little channel.
I got to tell you something. I was too successful for E before. I can't imagine, but I'm still here.
We can't hang around this little channel anymore.
Stop.
Yeah, we'll be leaving E today. Actually, I love E. I love E television. I like the idea that they run a piece of the radio show every night. People seem to really enjoy it. Why wouldn't I be with E? I think they're terrific, and Fran Shea is great. Even though she won't sleep with me. Yeah.
I hate to cut this off, but you really need to wrap up because you have to be somewhere. And
Okay, so let me say this. First of all, thanks for coming to Billboard Live. You guys have been great. You come back tomorrow so we can get together again. Go see the movie tonight. I think you'll have a great time. Remember, if you're interviewed when you're at the movies tonight, say you're a doctor or a lawyer. You can't go wrong with that. You know how they're always trying to fry my audience. And I don't know. What can you say? Just enjoy the film tonight. I think it'll be a lot of fun for all fans to get together and watch it together. That'll be good. But seriously, I mean, it really looked dim, because for 2 years, nobody could figure out how to make this movie into a script. And Ivan just figured it out in about 10 minutes. So it's pretty amazing. Yeah. And then Ivan...
I'm getting nervous.
And Ivan nearly doesn't get enough credit, quite frankly. I mean, there's some terrific people worked on it. Phil Betty did a great job, and Lenny Bloomer wrote the script. But Ivan is the guy who masterminded the whole thing, and he deserves... I
appreciate that.
He deserves most of the credit. Oh, no, I deserve most of the credit, and then Ivan deserves the credit.
You did live the
It is
life.
your story.
Yeah, right, it is my story. And I absolutely, wrote the book, so after all.
Well, I have some good news.
Let me hear the news.
So, I went to bed about 10 o'clock because I knew I was going to be waking up, so these are not absolutely accurate numbers.
Right.
But I think we've pretty well hit the first $1 million last night.
Wow, no kidding. All right. Wait a second. I had the worst night last night. Wait a second. Ivan, I had the worst night last night. I'm laying in bed, and I'm going, we got all these great reviews. And I mean, Siskel and
Tremendous
Ebert,
reviews,
people, us. I mean, I'm sitting here.
Variety, Hollywood Reporter.
Would you say mostly 3 to 3.5 stars?
Yeah, actually 4 stars.
4 stars.
Where did we get 4 stars?
Did we get 4 stars?
Yeah, I got a pile here somewhere.
Wow. I mean,
Oh,
this
my
is like a
goodness.
perfect film. I'm sitting there and I'm going, wait a second. Nobody's going to go see the movie. I went and I just said...
I know, he's been saying that, whispering that to me all morning, but
Right.
I just don't think anybody's going to see this
So
movie.
then I go, you know what? I know Ivan knew I was going to bed, but he, of course, knows I put a block on the phone. So why didn't he leave me a message on the phone?
He just said to me, as a matter of fact, I know the movie didn't make any money last night. Nobody called me.
Yeah,
They would
nobody-
have called if it had made any money.
And I'm up all night, and I'm going, I should call Ivan, but he's probably asleep.
I'm asleep.
Yeah, I know. He's sleeping like a baby.
He's up.
Yeah, right. And I don't know, and I'm sitting there. I couldn't even masturbate last night. And I know you did. A lot of
Yeah,
people...
this wasn't easy for you to do. You had a reputation.
Yeah, you actually had a career.
Not a very good one.
Yeah. No,
but the good news last night was, we were only in about 600 theaters.
Right.
And only the one showing. And frankly, when I looked at the newspaper ad yesterday, I didn't even know it was playing yesterday. It was a little bit confusing.
Yeah.
We still managed, it's something like 900 something.
Wow. And for Thursday night, that's pretty wild.
Yeah, that's probably as much as all the other movies made for the whole day yesterday.
Unbelievable. That's pretty cool.
Wow.
Well, I mean, Ivan, I don't even know how to thank you. I don't even know where to begin. I mean, all right, oral sex? No way. What do you mean, no way? What are you saying?
He's saying you're bad at it?
You know I'm bad at it. Give it a shot. You never know what'll happen. Robin, help Ivan out, will you?
Come on.
For God's sake. So, Ivan, so what's that pile of papers you got with you?
Well, I've got some quotes. I think you've probably gone through most of these.
Spectacular.
People are really amazing you, aren't they?
Yeah, I don't even know. I mean, this is like just too
This
bizarre.
stuff doesn't happen to us.
Yeah, it just doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not, like when bad things happen to good people? Well, bad things happen to us, and we're bad people. So it's just like,
And nobody questions it.
Yeah.
I really felt badly. You invited me to the premiere, and I appreciate that, but I was traveling and I couldn't make it. But I heard good things about it, and I plan on seeing the movie tonight. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, great. Thanks, Greg.
Hey, I just want to say hi. Good luck to you guys.
Right.
See ya.
Nice to talk to you. Let me tell you, Greg is so nice. Brian is Hitler compared to him. Honest to God. And do you know that Greg is lighter skinned than Brian?
I don't think that's true.
That is true.
Oh.
I checked. I don't know if Ivan, were you aware of that?
Doesn't matter anyway.
I don't care.
You don't. Good. Great to see somebody has a good heart. Let's go to line 22, Ivan. Let's talk to some people who saw the movie. This is Dina. Dina, hi.
Hi, Howard.
Hi.
I'd like to answer a question that you asked earlier.
What was that question?
He asked if we got laid last night because of his movie.
Uh-huh.
I got laid, but I did it myself. It wasn't because I didn't have a partner to do it with. It was because how could I make love to my boyfriend when I was thinking about Howard?
You went to the movie and you actually...
review that's syndicated all over the country.
What is
review
that?
is this? Baba Booey. This is the Daily News film critic. Private Parts, a cinematic triumph for Stern. Ivan, take a look at this headline.
All right.
Isn't that nice?
Yes.
Oh, the LA Daily News.
This is the LA Daily News. You want to hear some of this?
Yeah.
They're rating 4 stars out of a possible 4.
Yes.
Okay. How's that? You've surely heard about how the most shocking thing in Private Parts is the movie's exposure of its star subject, driving ego radio provocateur Howard Stern's sweet side. So no shock there. Every magazine and TV infotainment strip in the country has already told us that despite his endless on-air raving about lesbians and strippers, Stern is frustratingly but hopelessly devoted to his wife and 3 daughters. The real surprise, however, is what a canny, well-crafted piece of professional filmmaking Private Parts turns out to be. The ultimate product of Stern's profitable, self-promoting propaganda machine. The movie is much smarter, funnier, and better put together than 90% of recent Hollywood comedies.
Whoa.
All right.
How's that, Ivan?
I love that.
That's all right.
You want to go? Let's do dueling reviews.
Well, here's another 4-star review from Gannett News Service, also right across the country.
Go ahead.
Howard Stern's movie debut, Private Parts, is an outrageously, rudely funny film in a class with Animal House. It had me roaring with laughter. Stern lovers will get massively comic doses of backstage life at Stern's radio show. It goes on.
Okay, here's the rest of this one. Even though he is playing himself, Stern turns out to be charismatic, charmingly self-deprecating, and watchably obsessive. What does that mean?
I don't know.
I don't know. It seems good, though. We got 4 stars.
Yeah,
Yeah, they love you. They love you.
Yeah, let's see. Here's one. Private Parts is the most successful movie of the year so far.
Wow.
Ivan, let me repeat that. Private Part... Ivan, look at me when I read it to you. Please, I got to look at...
I'm setting up.
Oh, you're setting up the next
He
one.
wants to see your eyes. when
Ivan,
he
I want to
says
look
this.
into your eyes when I say this. Seriously, don't diss me here, all right? Private Parts is the most successful movie of the year so far.
Ooh.
Come here, I need your tongue. I need it. If I tell you I need your tongue, why are you rejecting me?
Let me out of here.
Let me out of here.
Take me in your arms.
Come here. Come here. Don't resist. Your man is in the room. God damn it. Is my head swollen?
I love the music.
Yeah. What do you got there, Ivan?
Another 4-star review, this time from the Sun newspapers. Again, a group of papers. You know, these are just quotes. The highlights of this affectionate bio really are not so evident private parts of his career. And
yeah, no, it's hard to pick out all of them.
That's right.
Yeah, if it's a 4-star review, there's got to be something good.
Yeah.
They just loved it.
Yeah. Man.
Amazing.
Don't
You
forget
got
what?
a group too?
What is that?
Is Betty coming later?
Betty Thomas? I don't know. I tried to call Betty last night to read her Janet Mausen's review in New York Times.
And you couldn't
She's
get
getting
her?
fabulous reviews.
Yeah, she's getting incredible reviews.
Very nice.
Yeah, in fact, in the New York Times, they say that Betty... All right, I'll read this. Come on, how often do you get good reviews in the New York Times? Is it this easy to make films, Ivan? I mean, this is my first one, and...
oh, yeah, they all fall in like that.
Yeah, it seems like maybe I'll make another one. It's so simple. Actually, there's nothing simple about it when it takes 4 years to get it done. Hey, look at this. Even Walt Lloyd, the cinematographer, gets a nice nod. Peter Teschner, the editor, and also Charlie Rosen, the set designer.
Another great review. It works as an R-rated, anti-establishment success story in the lunatic tradition of MASH.
Whoa.
And the Marx Brothers.
Wow. To Joe on line 19. Joe, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard, how's it going, man?
Pretty good.
I went to Newark, and it was an all-black audience, and they were all well-behaved.
Oh, dear.
Oh, of course.
Unbelievable. My girlfriend, my fiancée, I should say, is a beautiful blonde girl, and she was scared. She was crapping in her pants. And it was just unbelievable.
Aren't you sorry for all the stereotypes you ever believed?
But what happened? Your girlfriend relaxed during the movie?
Oh, she relaxed.
She didn't get raped?
No, didn't get in the parking lot. She thought we were going to get mugged.
But everyone was in a good mood.
I'm sorry?
And everyone was in a good mood.
Everybody was in an awesome mood. They were well behaved. You know how they usually hoot and holler at the movie?
Hey, huh?
They didn't. We sat way in the back. So we
Is that a
didn't get
compliment if
shot.
black people behave, Robin?
I mean, that's all you can expect, Hal.
Yes, audiences are made docile by the movie.
Yes, they were all calm. They were just... We sat in the back because we thought we were going to get shot.
Yes.
Oh,
And then once they started...
Why did you have this feeling about a black
Why
movie
would you
theater?
go to
Why
that
would you go
theater?
there?
We were driving home, and
I
we
see.
saw the advertisement on the billboard. So we just pulled in, and it was a 10 o'clock showing, and they were like all over the place. And we were dressed nice, and we were leather jackets. And
So is the point that everybody loved the movie? Is that what you're trying to say?
Everybody was awesome.
Good.
All races love this movie.
All races love this movie.
Races love the guineas, the wops, all that.
The Guineas and the Wops love this movie. All right, very good. Thank you, Joe.
Hey, FDFCC and FNBC.
Thank you. Hey, let's bring Slash up on stage to say hi to the crowd. This is Slash from Guns N' Roses, formerly Guns N' Roses. Slash is here. And who else is here?
Make his way.
Pivotal role in this film. What is it, Slash?
I was just going to say you cut me off.
I did?
I was on the radio with you because I wanted to say hi to Robin. You didn't let me.
Well, Slash, who knew? Guess we're down for a minute.
I'm sorry.
Good.
I'm
Give
not
me a
gonna-
break. All right. You been drinking?
Huh?
Have you been drinking?
No.
I can never tell with you.
Oh, you know.
No, I never know if you're high or not.
You've been pretty funny, actually, all night. So
Really?
No, what happened was I was pretty good about it. What I did was I got home from Brazil this morning.
Wow, what a life.
Came home, ran my errands, did all the stuff I had to do.
Right.
Saw Renee, spent some, quality time.
Yeah, a minute or two.
And then took a half an hour nap and said, I got to go deal with Howard.
Right. But Slash, of course, you are in the film with your beautiful wife, as a matter of
Yeah,
fact.
actually, someone just asked me if I was actually in it. I said, well, someone told me I was in it.
Yeah, you are in it. You are featured in it.
First 3 minutes.
You are in the first 3 minutes. You open the movie, and congratulations on all the great reviews we're getting.
Yeah.
Your
I've been
acting is
actually,
unbelievable.
in all honesty, I have to say I've been watching them on CNN for the last 2 weeks.
Right. Yeah, it's been pretty remarkable, and the press has been great.
I tried to, when I called to say hi the other day, when you blew me off.
Yeah. Well, I mean, come on, we're on a busy schedule, Slash.
When you said, I got to run, I said,
Where's he running?
Where you running
Where are you
to?
going to go to? You're in a radio station, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, I get you. Well, you know what it was? Axel was on hold. I had to get to him quickly. Hey, you know you're number one in my book, pal. Anybody who's in my movie is number one.
Well, but anyway, what I was trying to tell you was that I thought it was really cool. I thought it was a huge accomplishment. It's been, just a big deal.
4 years in the making.
You're just a disc jockey.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all you are.
Just a bum.
No, but I mean,
Right.
all things considered, that's a big accomplishment.
You better watch it. This crowd will turn on you in 2
Slash
minutes.
is saying that he's used to disc jockeys going nowhere and doing nothing.
Yeah, well, so am I.
No, I'm not saying that, but
Are you saying all disc jockeys are bums?
No, but just to be, but no.
Because I am.
Just. Yeah, I know.
What are you saying, man? There you go. Yeah, Slash.
But still, all things considered, I was like impressed. I was like, you know, the guy made a statement, and you guys have gone all.
Slash, we're still on radio unless you get us off.
I don't know where he is.
Put off.
But Slash,
No, I'll be cool.
Slash, let me introduce you to someone now. Where's Barry Nolan from Hard Copy? He wants to come up. I'd like to sit him next to Slash. I just like to see the two of them.
We like to have a weird panel going.
Yeah, here's Barry Nolan of Hard Copy. He said some nice things on the television the other night about the movie. Okay, come on, sit down in front of the
Gotta get in
microphone.
front of a microphone.
Come on, Barry. You know how the game's played. Barry, this is Slash from Guns N' Roses.
I was wondering, what kind of errands do you have to run? I was trying to picture that.
Yeah,
You go
Slash.
home, you go out and get like milk and bread and
Well, in total honesty, I have.
All right. Super. Barry.
King, not a queen. Give it to Robin.
Yeah, Robin, you wear it. Here you go, honey. There you are.
See, that looks good.
Yeah.
That's what I was getting at.
Yeah, it's cool.
So, what were some of the things? One of the things that's interesting to me was the 28 scripts that you'd rejected. If you were to give a name to some of the rejected versions of your life, what would you have?
No, it's just it's not necessarily giving it a name. That some of the scripts were so wacky that they had me. One movie opened up. You talk about the movie opens up really in a cool way. One of the movies was written, and it said, Richard Simmons is in the house in a tutu. He's chasing my children around because they won't listen to him. He's babysitting. And then he comes running down the steps in a tiara, and he starts yelling at me and Allison after we come home from a night at the theater that the kids are not behaving. Then he runs out of the house screaming. So, I mean...
And that was going to lead us where?
I don't know. That was in the script. And, I'm telling you, I was, pulling the hair out of my head because everyone was ready to make this film. And I'm going, guys, don't you see that this film sucks? I mean, I see it. But
who wrote that version?
Just multiple people. I'm not looking. You know what? Everyone was trying to get it together. I'm not looking to badmouth anybody. There were some fine writers working on the thing. It's just that everyone was sort of misguided and not given direction, and everyone was just writing a script in 2 weeks. It just wasn't working right.
I was also impressed when you told Katie Couric the other day that you didn't particularly want the version the very ending scene.
Yeah, well, there was some kind of but you know what? I'm glad it's there. I think that the film is not sugar-coated. I think it's a little bit controversial in the sense that you walk out of the theater and you might have mixed emotions about me. That's cool.
Yeah, but
I like that.
When you talk about something so personal as when you're talking about your career, right, which is initially your whole life's work, right?
Can I say something, Slash? Yeah. There's nothing funnier than looking at you and Barry in the same frame. It is unbelievable.
You know what was funny? It was me and
you guys are getting along.
Me and Trebek. I think that was.
Yeah, Alex Trebek. Yeah, that's good. Did you go on Jeopardy?
Huh?
Did you go on?
No, I didn't. I was on the Bill Maher show.
Oh, I see.
And they had Alex and me next.
Can you put your hat on, Barry? I just want to see how that looks.
No, you can't have my hat.
You can't have it. All right, that's cool. Anyway, listen, I want to thank Barry Nolan of Hard Copy. I want to thank Slash for coming by today. Great Slash.
Hey, congratulations.
He's in the movie.
Barry.
Thanks, Barry.
This guy, $20 million this weekend.
You want to know something? Let me say something about that.
Wait.
Is really one second. This is people make all these. There's high expectations for the film and stuff. I believe the film is going to be a whole different kind of thing. I believe that the film isn't going to be like one of these big first weekend blockbusters. It's not that kind of film. It's a small comedy. I think it's going to have a nice opening weekend, but I think what's going to happen is the word is going to spread. People are going to tell people that they had a really big laugh.
I think.
Yeah, that's how I really think it's going to go. I don't think
it'll stay around for a long time.
Yeah, I think it'll be a steady film that people will keep going to see.
It's a heavy duty statement. It's cool. This guy came in all the way from Jersey, though. I'm telling you, this guy with the red hair back here.
Barry, what were you saying?
Will it also become, after its first run, will it be the Rocky Horror Picture Show for the next millennium?
I don't know. I think it's actually more of a wide release kind of film. I don't think it's a cult film. I think it's bigger than that. I mean, that's my opinion.
But it's a widely popular film. People that don't care for you or don't know about you will still enjoy it.
Yeah.
But the people that are, the crazy people that will stay up all night and come and have your name
that's cool.
tattooed.
But if you're going to have a successful film, it's got to also be appealing to the people who aren't your fans. Look at Slash. He's just laughing at Barry. Yeah, you dig it, right? You dig his enthusiasm. It's like, wow, he's awake.
We're bonding, man.
Yeah. Listen, you two lovebirds go off stage now and hang out.
Some errands to
There's Slash, and he's in the movie, and Barry Nolan from Hard Copy, everybody. We'll be back.
We're going to go out and get our pants fixed.
And Mary, my movie wife, is here. We're going to bring her in next, too. You follow those two. I tell you, they're up to something. I see a new band forming. We'll be back right after these words from Billboard Live.
The Howard Stern Show.
Actually have sex with the screen during the Jenna Jameson scene.
But that's fun, too.
Yeah, that's good, too. All right, this is the woman who plays my wife. This is Mary McCormick. She does a great job playing Allison. And here she is, looking foxy. All right, Mary. There you go. Hey, now. So, Mary, you now...
Hi, Robin.
Good morning.
Hey, Mary. Let the crowd just yell stuff at Mary for a while. I just want to hear it. Yeah, go ahead, yell stuff.
The scream! The scream! The scream!
Yeah, Mary, should we talk about Murder One today? Let's not talk about the film, and let's talk about your days slinging tequila on a holster.
One now. How does that work?
Yeah. How is it working on Murder One?
Do you do one case, or do you ever do a bunch of cases?
Let me do the yell. Not good. Anyway. So I loved your
control what I talked about. He controlled it. I had to just answer the question.
I loved your appearance on Letterman.
Great.
I thought you were terrific. No, I really did. She thinks I didn't like her appearance.
You were. Oh, stop it.
What did you say?
You just called me evil. What did I do?
No, like there's a guy. You're a big fan of Mary's, right? Did you see? You saw the movie, and I know you. Every minute this guy was like, "When's Mary coming out?" What's the story? Hey now. You like
put Penelope, huh?
Yeah. Oh. So you watch the movie and you Gorilla. What do you got to run away with the microphone? I'm talking to a guy. Wake up, you little turd. All right, listen to me. You saw the movie and you enjoyed Mary's performance, and you fell in love with her?
With the bra scene, swept me off my feet.
You like that scene. What about you, Junior? You had a good time?
Oh, and Robin, I'm sorry.
Gorilla will not put the Gorilla will not put the microphone in front of anyone else.
You know, talking to you is very low.
Gorilla, look at me. I'm talking to the big blonde
the
hair
other guy.
Yeah.
Howard, I'm hoping you make another movie pretty soon so I can actually see more of Mary, because you might make another movie before I see Murder 1.
Let me ask you a question. And be honest, did Mary visit your fantasies after you saw the movie?
Yeah, well, I've been up since I saw the movie, but yeah, she's been running through my head.
I see. That's good.
I got Mary right here written on my hand.
Really? Very nice. Well, Mary, you certainly have your fans.
That's nice. Thank you.
Which hand is that again that you have, Mary?
That was the right.
The right hand. Very good. The guys got into it. So how was it being on Letterman and all the excitement?
It was scary. I was scared.
You were scared.
I was happy to just sort of make it to the seat.
Right.
I was that scared.
No, I mean, I selfishly wanted Dave to just interview you about private parts.
I know. Well, of course you did. But
Yeah.
I mean, there's other things.
Well, we're on 2,500 screens today, man. You can go starting at noon. Kids, get out of school, man. Don't go to school.
How many screens you got it on out there?
Yeah.
I think we have it on 4 screens
Hello?
now. For the open. The last night we only had it on 1.
Okay, what are you doing today?
What do you call it? We had one guy outside blasting the soundtrack so that people would,
Is that right?
Yeah, that's cool. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed the film, though.
I didn't see it yet.
Oh, you didn't get in?
No, he was working.
Oh, he was working. Okay, well, go see it today. You going today?
Oh, yeah. I'm
All right.
going with like 15 people, man.
All right, great. Go have a party. Okay, thanks, Jay. Say that I'm a First Amendment crusader. Because I'm not. I'm not a First Amendment crusader. I didn't get in this to fight the government. I got in it to make people laugh who are stuck in their cars all day. People who have to sit there in that most miserable time of their morning from 6 to 10 in the morning, right? It's the worst. And then you drive in the car and you pull into the garage and then you can listen for 10 more minutes. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What do you want? Right. I'm going to have you all locked up after this. Claudia, you ever see a redhead who's a Mexican? It's unbelievable.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, nice to meet you. Hey, Howard, you know why Mexicans wear their caps tipped up like this?
I'm in front of you see me in front of a reporter? I just told her you were a medical doctor. The only doctor, yeah, and you're blowing it.
On the side.
Yeah, what's the matter with you? But anyway, it has been rather exciting, Claudia, all of it.
There's some people that say, there's some fans who say, we want him to go back to his regular show. He's talking so much about the movie. All right already about the movie.
Right.
What do you say to those people?
F them. I'm excited. I've got a movie coming out. How often in my life am I going to have a movie coming out? It took me 4 years to get this thing off, and it's the only thing on my mind right now. And then, probably in a couple of weeks, I'll probably never think about it again. But right now, I'm going to bask in the glory. I'm doing the Tonight Show tonight. I'm into promoting it. We got a really good film on our hands. How can I not talk about it? It's exciting. I think.
Well, to us anyway.
Even my penis is thinking about the movie. I'll be honest with you. I haven't even thought about sex. Just about the movie. Period. How you doing over there, Mary? Didn't Mary do a good job as my wife in the movie? Really did. Really did a great job.
Yeah.
Jackie, you love her, right?
So much.
Yeah.
I mean it.
How's Murder 1? Hey, coming up on the show later is Anthony LaPaglia.
I heard.
He actually kisses you on Murder 1. I just want to find out how he likes it. We're going to compare notes. Is he intimidated by your success, or is he charmed by it? Is it hard to be...
Charmed by it. I think he's happy for it.
But are people treating him like he's Mr. McCormick, that he is no longer the masculine part of the relationship, that you have now surpassed him?
I think I always was. So.
In bed, does he ever wear a Howard wig to pretend that he's me? Or he doesn't care about stuff like that? What?
Jack
Gordon.
What's that got to do?
So what happened after the premiere? Did you go... Wait, after the premiere, did you feel... did your boyfriend get turned on? What?
I don't know.
Did you bask in his love? What did he say about the
Mercy?
Right. What was it? The best lovemaking of your life?
Yes.
It was.
Yes.
It really was.
Yes.
Because you were in a hit movie and he was very turned on. Interesting. Well, you're a lucky woman. What's the matter with you? My movie wife.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to interview you.
Rein him in.
Rein him in. So, let's get back to your boyfriend. So, what do you mean move on? I'm asking you about him. So, you were sexually turned... Were you feeling... All right, I give up. All right,
I don't know where he's going with this line of questioning.
I can't hear you. Gorilla, walk around with a microphone. What's the matter with you? Be in the center of the room, standing around with a microphone. He's always surprised. He's busy. Big retard. What did you say?
When you grabbed the chest in the movie, how was that?
For Mary's chest?
Oh,
Mary's
no.
Let me tell you something. How dare you? That was a touching love scene.
That's right.
Let me tell you something. You're giving away too much of the movie, but I will answer your question. It was beautiful. Beautiful. Soft and tender.
Were you wearing padding or was
No, that was no pad. I felt everything. You were not wearing padding. I could tell.
No.
Right. You're a full woman, and I like
Great
that.
rack, Mary.
Thanks a lot.
That's a compliment.
I'll take it.
Right. Unbelievable. I touched the left one. I assume the other one is the same.
Very jealous.
Very jealous. All of America will be jealous when they see me. Well, that is one of our most touching scenes.
Hey, has she watched it?
It's a nice scene.
It is a good scene.
All about touching breasts.
Right.
I'm missing it.
I got some breast in that scene. Well, listen, why not? I'm a movie star. Why shouldn't I take what I want? I didn't see her resist. You seem to yield. In fact, my fingernail scraped her.
Oh.
That's something Mary has not revealed yet.
Is that true?
It's all for the art.
He scratched you?
What
It's
is
all for the art, right, Howard?
It certainly was. You know, someone was interviewing me the other day, Mary, and they said, well, how was it, kissing another woman? I said, oh, it was horrible. Of course, she didn't believe it. So, let me talk about your days before you became an actress.
You don't want to.
Sure he does.
Did you ever go to bed wearing just your tequila belt and nothing else? Would sometimes ad lib, and there were times I would just walk into the kitchen when it did like we were fighting, and I would tongue her. You know what I mean? Just for the hell of it, and see if it worked.
We don't get that kind of freedom.
Really?
No, we have to stick to the script.
Okay, now you have a girlfriend though, right?
Yes, I do.
Does she get jealous when she hears you're in the sack with Mary?
She gets jealous when I'm in the sack with anyone.
Right.
Yeah.
And she's already said to you, hey, there better not be any tongue with this bitch.
Just read the script at 4 in the morning.
Does she really? Does she actually come on the set when?
No. She'd never do that.
Right. That would be unbelievable.
That would be a little uncool. Yeah.
Yeah. And did you find that Mary moans a little while you're kissing her?
Did she make noise?
She made a little gurgling noise. Hey, wait a second. This is guy talk.
To tell you the truth, I think my moaning kind of drowned hers out.
Really? But you're being serious when you say you get aroused in the scenes.
Yeah, I think it's normal.
Yeah. And do you get embarrassed? Because I was very upfront about it. What I would do is, when we were on the set, I would just announce to everyone. I'd say, listen, ladies and gentlemen, attention. I'd be like this. I'd be like, attention. Attention. I am aroused. It's the kind of thing you announce and you get it over with, But even Mary, you said that you never even felt anything.
I didn't see anything or feel anything.
Right. Well.
Did you ever get excited? But did she ever feel anything?
Mary, be honest. Did you ever feel anything when you did the love scenes with me? I'm being serious.
Yes, I did.
You did?
Sure. Yeah. Sure.
You did. You did feel romantic?
At a certain point, yeah. I think in the beginning you do, and then at a certain point it becomes after the 50th take of the same kiss. It starts. You don't.
I didn't find that. After the 50th take, I still enjoyed it.
You were still there, huh?
Oh yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Some of the excitement's taken away when there's 50 sweaty grips looking at you.
See, that kind of turns me on.
It doesn't turn me on at all.
I like the sweaty grips.
No.
I like the sweaty grips staring at me going, I wish I was him. I like it. It makes me feel like more of a man. You know what I mean? But although Mary said to me something really odd when we did this whole day of kissing, and she turns to me and says, I feel like a lesbian kissed me. That's what she said.
Really?
That's
Not say that.
She says, yes, it feels like another woman.
Oh, no.
I don't feel anything in the pants.
It just makes things up.
Yeah, no penis.
Just like a girl.
Yeah, just like another girl kissing me.
Never said that.
No, I know that. So Anthony, so let me ask you something. When you kiss Anthony, Mary,
Yes.
do you get aroused?
Yes. Yeah, sure.
You do?
It's fun to kiss.
Are you? So what is it?
Kissing's fun.
It is.
Sure.
Look at Anthony's like, you do?
Sure.
And the two of you afterwards never said, boy, that was hot, let's go finish each other off?
Anthony is getting married.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What are you doing a dumb thing like that for? You get tons of chicks.
I'm taking you as a role model. You did it.
Well, yeah, but I was 20. I didn't know I'd be famous. Mary, you better act quick. You're going to lose Anthony. You better just why don't you just tell him you love him and get it over with? If Mary came to you and said, listen, Anthony, I just want you to wait a couple of months before you get married because your love scenes.
I have to have you.
Don't go there.
Really? Don't go there.
No,
it's never going to happen. It's good. I want you guys to meet someone right now. This man now has the #1 album in the country. He is a tremendous recording artist. Here he is, Ozzy Osbourne. Come on up here, Ozzy. He's on the Private Parts soundtrack. He's also in the movie Private Parts.
Yeah.
Anthony, you haven't seen the movie yet, have you?
No, not yet.
Well, wait till you see Mary.
I'm going to see it on the weekend.
I touch her breast.
Look at Ozzy. He's a shadow of himself.
Look at Ozzy.
His wings.
You look beautiful,
You
man.
look fantastic. How you doing?
Look at him, the #1 recording artist in the country right now.
There you go.
Ozzy, sit down. Look at him. Doesn't even know where he is.
So funny.
No clue he's even in the club. He thinks this is my house.
This is your house.
Ozzy.
It's not my house.
Ozzy, do you know where you are?
No.
No, you don't.
I came out there so quickly, I forgot my glasses this morning.
You
Ozzy,
can't see a thing.
First of all,
I think it's a best thing. It's a
I
dream.
must compliment you. I know that these two are tremendous actors, but you took to the screen so naturally. I don't believe you had ever been in a movie before, and like a fish to water, you got in front of that camera and you delivered your lines and acted totally.
Line.
Your line. Yeah.
But let me tell you something. You're the one that should be commended after doing your radio show and doing all that filming all day long.
Yeah, it took a long time.
I don't know how you did it, man. Your wife must have been very happy.
Yes.
Hi, darling. Bye, darling.
Yeah, I never even came home the whole summer.
Really?
Yeah, they built me a little apartment, and I just stayed there.
But let me tell you, it was a lot of fun at that, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. You know, Ozzy was a real trip because Ozzy came in for one day to do this, movie, and he says to me, Howard, it was the beginning of the day. He goes, I'm here for you. I'm here for the whole day. We'll knock out this scene, whatever you need, buddy. So I go, okay, Ozzy.
That was a good impression,
yeah,
man.
That was great. It was great. So Ozzy comes on the set, and we do it. We run through it a little bit. We haven't even started shooting. We're just trying to block it out. And he goes, okay, are we done yet? So I go, no, Ozzy, this might take all day. And he goes, okay. They send him back to the trailer, and he's waiting there for like a half hour. We get him back out. We do it once, and then they have to do another setup. He goes, I can't take it anymore. I have to leave. I have to get out of here.
No, you know why I'm not in the film business? I can't just hurry up and wait,
Yeah. But Ozzy, you had agreed at the beginning to spend the whole day.
It's like when you see it on the screen, you think, oh, that must be a piece of cake. But to do like one thing takes about 3 years,
Yeah.
Hi.
Now, Ozzy,
how many times can you say hi? Can you say it with more panache? Hi.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to be an actor, right? You stand there and you say hi over and over again.
Yeah.
Howard? Yeah.
When you go home at night and your wife goes, hi.
Yeah, because Anthony, it's got to be hard for you. Like when you're on Murder One, you got all those goddamn long monologues and crap. What do you have to stay up all night memorizing that stuff?
Almost.
Really?
Yeah.
You just stand there and memorize it. I don't know how you do that. I could never memorize anything.
Oh, I just make it up as I go along.
I see, like a true professional.
Yes, exactly.
And Ozzy, you walk on the set, and this is all new to you, the world of movies.
Yeah.
And you came in there and you acted professionally. You proved to the world that you can act as well, didn't you? Although, I got to admit, you were temperamental at one point.
Oh, yeah.
What did he do? Did he throw a tantrum?
He threw a tantrum. He says, how come I don't get to kiss Mary? And I go, Ozzy, she's not even in the movie yet.
I'm a boy. Great. By the way, the album is doing extremely well.
#1.
Ozzy, let me tell you something. Yeah, we have the #1 album in the country. Ozzy does a really brilliant song. And everyone, please calm down. Ozzy will start drinking. Don't make loud noise. I'm really worried about him. He's on a roll.
This is like a flashback.
He's not on any medication.
This is like a flashback. Last time I was in this club, it was called a different name. It was called Gazari's with me.
Was it really?
We wouldn't know.
Must have been very successful. Anyway, Ozzy, let me say something to you.
He died.
First of all, let me tell you that it's exciting that we have the #1 album in the country. It's the fastest selling soundtrack in the history of the United States.
It's amazing.
It is amazing.
Amazing.
And I never even got to talk to you about this. What we did, Anthony and Mary, is we teamed up Ozzy with Typo Negative. I heard this song by Typo Negative, and the guys from the record company said, what do you think of Ozzy with these guys? I said, it would be phenomenal. I think it would be a great song. And people tell me they love it. I mean, what happened?
Where are we going here?
So we ended up hooking up with him.
So in other words, you had sex at the movie, and you never even got to the movie.
No, I saw the movie. I got hot during the movie.
You did. You got worked up.
That one scene with you, or his main air, that massage.
Oh, with Jenna, yeah.
Oh, really did something to me, and I needed a sexual release, even if it was with the mystery man.
Boy, she is weird, isn't she?
I think she's telling us she had sex with an ugly guy because she saw the movie.
Yeah, you know, that's what the movie will do for you. It's kind of like Quaaludes. It just lets you have sex with anybody. It doesn't make a difference. You go on them and you just do it. There's no conscience involved. Thank you very much, Mitzi. I'm falling asleep from the story. Thank you. All right, I think what she was saying is she enjoyed the film and had sex.
Yes, I think that was it.
Yeah, here's a guy from the Sun newspapers, 4 stars. The highlights of this affectionate bio really are the not-so-evident private parts of his career. Mary McCormick tenderly plays the love of Howard's life. Tenderly. Good for you.
That's nice.
Yes. She and Stern as himself bring some real truth to the emotional moments.
Ooh.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey now. Hey now. Besides coaxing a nice performance from Stern, director Betty Thomas proves especially capable of working the dials of a large communication industry. And it goes on and on and on. Really great. Man, this guy goes, it works as an R-rated anti-establishment success story in the lunatic tradition of MASH and the Marx Brothers.
Wow.
And it works as a love story. Not bad. God damn it. And all I know is Anthony LaPaglia's tongue danced in Mary's mouth.
Wait a minute, there's a good
No, it
review.
didn't.
All right, I don't know. I don't
And
trust.
Robin Quivers has a solid screen presence.
Let me see that. Where is that?
Right there.
I skipped over that. I can't stand you getting all the credit. Hey, by the way, and I read the reviews and I go, wow, these are really good.
Where's that bad one?
Yeah, where's that bad one? And you can't
I
even
know
find
it's
it.
coming.
Yeah. And I don't know. It just life doesn't seem to change, you know. I mean, I'm just really relieved that people are finally getting to see the film. 4 years to make this movie, and I really feel like we hit a home run with the movie. We have an incredible cast. We have an incredible director. It's a great script, and we finally put this together. We made a comedy that's refreshing and different, and it's not like all those cookie cutter comedies coming out of Hollywood. And now we're finally here, opening weekend. And I feel great. I mean, I do really feel good. As good as a mental patient can feel. As good as a man who's a psychotic could possibly feel.
Well, what's next then? I mean, you've reached the epitome of everything.
You want to know something? All I can think about is Nancy's blouse popping open by accident, and I'm having a hard time answering these questions. I'll be honest with you. I'm having a hard time. You're a beautiful woman. Were you ever a model?
Oh, you're sweet.
Yes, I am. I could be a lot sweeter, too. Not in front of all these people.
See, I got to be sweet to you.
Yes, Mary, I'm very tender. She knows. She knows.
When we were talking in our interview, I told you I hope that the people who don't necessarily listen to the radio show will go see the movie because it's so much fun for everybody. I think even people who don't regularly listen to the radio show, you got so many of those fans, but I hope everybody else goes because it's a really good movie, a good story, a great love story, and you are an excellent actor.
Thank you. You know, thank you very much. That's actually the challenge, though, getting people to go who perhaps, just would say, oh,
Getting
there's no
over
way.
that stern bias.
And you know something, there's probably nothing I can say to get those people into the theater. I think it's word of mouth. I think people
Yeah,
go.
their friends will have to tell them.
Yeah, and
What's box office going to be like this weekend?
You know something? Everyone was making these big predictions, and I don't believe it will be huge box office. This is a small comedy, and we will probably, I think we'll actually just do like 90 million. No, I just think, I think that actually it'll open very small, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be.
It's got 2,500 screens, though. It can't.
Yeah, but I don't know what it's going to be. And I think that actually it's going to be the kind of film where everyone goes, man, I just saw a really good film. You got to go see it. And I think it'll be around. I don't think it's going to be in and out of the theaters in a week. I think this film's going to be around a long time.
All right.
I really do. And I think it's fun to see multiple times. Everyone who's come out said, I'm going to go again. And they like it. And they have a good time doing it.
Well, we missed so much.
I'm going tonight. I'm going to every theater in Los Angeles.
Are you really?
I will be visiting every theater. I'll get up and say a few words to the crowd. I am going to literally visit almost every theater in Los Angeles.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm going to be around. Because I'm just psyched to see it with an audience.
Are you going to be live out of New York then on Monday?
Yeah. We'll be back in New York on Monday.
Did you ever decide whether you were going to let your kids go see the movie or not? You said you were grappling with that when we talked.
Yeah, well, I decided I better because all their friends are going today. Like, all these 13-year-olds are going today. They're going, It's an R-rated film. They don't care. And I have no problem with any kid seeing this film. Seriously, I think a 13-year-old, a 14-year-old, 15-year-old could see this film. I think it's got some pretty good values. I mean, yeah, there's some nudity and there's some crude language and stuff, but I think, thank you. I made sure of that.
Just for you.
Yeah. But for me, it's really weird because it's dad up there in a bathtub with a babe, and it's my personal story, dad smoking pot in the bedroom and everything, so it's going to be a little hard to explain.
Didn't you just tell me the other day you told them you never did drugs?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so.
Here we go.
They still think you're the Harvard professor, right?
Yeah. I told my kids I'm a Harvard professor. And I'm going to just shoot a whole separate movie of me going to Harvard every day teaching these dopey kids
Real
stuff.
dull, boring movie.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I'd love to start a family with you. I don't know if that's possible. How do you feel about that? So, you guys got any other questions?
I do.
Go ahead.
Sure.
I like being interviewed by the press.
What's the biggest compliment you've gotten from a fellow movie star now?
From a fellow movie star? I'm trying to think if I know any movie stars.
No, the night of the premiere you got some
a
movie
ton.
stars telling
Yeah,
you.
who told
I
me
heard
that?
all of them. Which was the
Danny
best?
Baldwin came up and said, you really did it?
Yeah, Danny Baldwin. Here's what Danny Baldwin said. You really did it. He said that.
It's more like when you're so Hollywood, though. The choices you've made.
Yeah.
Those choices you made.
Yeah.
Howard?
Yeah.
Some of the other big stars, Kevin Bacon.
Oh, yes. Kevin
great
Bacon
things
wrote
about
you a
you.
little note.
What did he say?
He just said that remember that note he sent you about how great your acting was?
And to stop letting in everybody in on the secret that acting is really easy.
Yeah, it really is easy. It's no big deal. And Corey Feldman said to me, my father took all my money. That's what he said. He couldn't bring himself to talk about the movie.
Watch your dad is what he said.
My dad was a real mess. I had a tough childhood. The guy never stops talking about it.
And also Dwight Yoakam and John Stamos. Everybody that saw the movie that act said you were great.
Yeah, no, I got a lot of nice compliments.
Eddie Murphy was there, right?
Eddie Murphy was there, and he loved the film.
Yeah.
I'm told he just really flipped for it, and I thought it was real funny. I mean, come on, look at these reviews. I'm like flipping out. I mean, these are people who you respect, Gene Shalit,
Sure.
Siskel and Ebert, and I don't know, just
But did you
the New York Times?
Did you expect that?
Janet Maslin?
Did you expect that from Siskel and Ebert since they've been guests and you've been
I think it's hard for them to review me because they know me personally. I think sometimes it's hard for them to admit that I might have been good in the movie, But they were. I know the film is good, and I know they would recognize it. They're they're not stupid guys. They know it's a good film.
Cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Are you going to star in that movie with Eddie Murphy? You said that they'd already called you about, right?
Yeah, Betty talked to me about it the other night, but I don't know what we're gonna do. I got to talk some more to her. I haven't even read the script.
But definitely a sequel, right?
To this? I don't know. Maybe. I think so.
Oh yeah.
We got to see one.
Yeah, I think we have a good one in us.
Definitely.
And Mary, you're going to have to really put out in this one. I mean, really, if you think you're just going to kiss in that one and maybe I get a little breast, you're out of your mind.
She's in the fantasy lesbian.
Full penetration and lesbianism.
Fantasy lesbian.
All right.
Almost redundant.
Yes. Let me take a call from Saul. Saul, you're on the air. Did you see the movie?
Hey, Howard, you the man. You the man.
Thank you.
You know, I tell you what, man. The other day, I ran into a little trouble with the law. Okay, I'll be straight out with you guys and everybody else. I'll just say that. But I was in lockdown for quite a while. For a little
Lockdown.
You're in lockdown.
Well, it was minutes.
By the way, let me say to the press, my fans really aren't in lockdown. I mean, there's a lot of hardworking, honest people. Doctors, lawyers, this kind of thing.
Basically, it's like a...
You guys are all doctors, right? Yeah. There you go. I got a room full of doctors here.
Well, I'm going to be a doctor.
Hey, dude, can you I got the press here. Can you just say you weren't in lockdown, that you were cramming for post-grad finals?
Yeah, basically, I was preparing for my doctorate, and I had to sneak out the back window of the DH, if you know what I'm saying.
Right, so you were in drug rehab.
I'm not going to wait. Basically, I was in the lockdown for 669 days, and I've been in there for too long. I'm not going to miss this movie. Private Parts is the biggest event to hit the media of all time.
So you're going to the movie tonight?
I saw it last night.
You got out of drug rehab. You snuck out of drug rehab.
I'm not going back either. I don't care if they...
That's the way to be. All drug addicts, get yourself out of rehab and let's get to the theaters tonight. Yeah. You can handle your drug problems on your own.
Yeah, well, basically, it was BS, Howard.
Let me my kids saw the movie twice already.
Yes, how did they like it?
First of all, I came in from California. Usually my kids don't even come out of their bedroom to see me.
Yeah.
Like when I come home after being away 4 or 5 days.
Right, it's not like in the movies.
The kids come rushing and they're all waiting at the door for me.
Uh-huh.
Like kissing and hugging me. The best thing to get your kids to love you is to make a movie.
What'd they think? What'd they say?
They said it's their favorite movie of all time, and all their friends went to see it, and their friends, like these are 13 and 14-year-old kids, all their friends say it's their favorite movie, which is really cool because you want 14-year-old kids going to see it.
Of course, and you want it to be their favorite.
Yeah, and they were just like, they sat down at the table and were like watching me eat dinner.
They even wanted
staring
to
at
stay
me.
with you.
Yeah. so then I said to my kids, well, what's your favorite part? They go, cock and pussy. I go, what?
No.
Yeah. I go, what? Whoa. I go, just say the match game, okay?
So they didn't get freaked out by seeing somebody else play their mom and all that?
No, they we had prepared them that there was a movie and that there'd be someone playing mom and all that kind of stuff. And they were cool with it.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was all right seeing Daddy do all that stuff?
Well, they dealt with it. We told them none of it was true.
It's a movie.
All right, it's a movie. We make a lot of crap up occasionally. Dad never did 99% of those things.